Here's the questions that had to be answered. How well did the speech suit the occasion? I thought it suited very well, and Sam was clearly knowledgeable about the subject because it happens to be his father. Next question, what part of the speeches were most effective? A great use of photos and a ton of enthusiasm. Did anyone hear any ums or ahs? When you really know your subject, you don't need ums and ahs, and that's something I would have to really give as a very positive mark of this speech. How effectively did the speaker identify and illustrate the individual's qualities, accomplishments, power, and inspiration sources, and his or her impact on society and history? This one I gave a pretty big minus to, because Sam's father actually went from nothing, pretty much, to being a really well-known, famous, and respected attorney up in South Lake Tahoe. So you don't know any of that, and you don't know, that's why you don't know where his values came from. But he learned. So I think that I would have liked to have heard a little bit more of that. How did the speaker use the individual's qualities and accomplishments to inspire the audience? He talked a lot about his father's current life and the way he takes care of himself and his attitude and his intrepid spirit. And I loved the use of intrepid, speaking of his grandparents, because the intrepid grandparents, made the intrepid father the intrepid person that he is. And probably, actually, Sam has got a lot more of that father than he sometimes thinks that he does. Okay, how well did the speaker use stories and anecdotes? He used them constantly. It was a major part of the speech. And I didn't see a single person who wasn't pretty enthralled during the entire speech, especially with the use of those photos, which were fabulous. What could the speaker have done differently? I would just say to focus on how he got to where he is now. And I found something very interesting when he said that his father sat back and took stock of his life and made major changes to become the person that he is now. I think that takes a very thoughtful person to just even think about doing that. What did you like about the speech? I loved the visual aids. How could you not love the visual aids? I loved the enthusiasm. I loved the lesson, which is to take care of yourself and have fun and make your life a jollification, which is what his father is clearly doing. With that being said, I thought it was a good use of body language, a lot of volume, variety, tone, enthusiasm. I thought the speech was well presented. Thank you, Sam.